Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer and coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I have a message coming to you, really coming from all of these amazing trainings that I am currently putting together for all of the new members in my 8-week Limitless Potential Group Coaching Empowerment Program. I'm super excited and I wanted to share this little section of it, this little snippet, in the hope that it helps you guys to understand our avenue of personal development and how to, best go about it so that we're actually, taking in all elements and not just kind of going off in one direction and feeling like we can't bring it all together and we start learning but we can't implement and we feel like we're just not progressing because we don't have the system in place. So today I wanted to give you kind of a little bit of an overview of a model that I'm currently developing, and I wanted to talk into it. And I'm really, really excited about it because it's kind of encapsulating all the different elements of personal development that I've experienced in my own world and with all the clients and groups that I work with, in terms of what we need to be focusing on in order to have balance and harmony with all areas so that we can ultimately reach our limitless potential and not just kind of diverge down this one avenue of personal development, and then we might be really successful there, but then we've kind of like missed the boat on these other elements, and therefore we kind of always feel like we're out of alignment, we're missing something, we're not quite fulfilled, we know we're good over here but we're not really understanding it over here, and ultimately we need that balance and that harmony to really fill our lives up with true fulfillment and definitely be progressing in all areas. So I definitely want to dive into that for you guys. And really just give you a really quick overview of one element of this model that I'm working on. And like I said, it's because I'm currently putting together the first little trainings for everybody who's already joined me in the 8-week group coaching program. I can't wait to give it to you guys, so get excited. It's coming to you tomorrow, so look out. But yeah, I want to give you guys a little bit of an overview. And before I do, make sure if any of you guys are interested in what I'm talking about, either now or at the end of what I talk about, definitely click on the links above. I've got the free training that I put together for you guys overviewing the actual formula to getting what you want. And it's encapsulating the different principles and universal laws that actually govern our success. And if we miss the boat on them, we end up sabotaging our success. We're not moving forward. No matter how much we're learning and trying to implement, we don't have the system in place, and we don't have a system to pinpoint what's limiting us so that we can break through. So definitely check out that free training. And if you are somebody who is absolutely committed to reaching your limitless potential and you want the guidance and the support and the community to help you do just that, you better click on that second link above, the one at the bottom, and join us. Take your place. I've had so many beautiful human beings from all over the States, Australia, even Ireland, coming and joining me in that program, which kickstarts next week on the 26th of March. And I'm super excited. And as I just mentioned, I'm just about to release some special pre-program training just for everybody who's joining me. And I'm doing that tomorrow. So jump in now. And I'd be honored to work deeply with you with that. And let me get into it. So I wanted to just introduce you to this snippet of the 4 different intelligences that will ultimately, if we can balance them out and bring them into harmony and really up level our personal development in all 4 of those areas of intelligence, will ultimately unlock our genius and be able to reach new levels of our potential. So really, I don't have any frameworks that I'm, putting in front of you, so I'm just talking it out, so I hope you guys get it. But you may have heard parts of this before. So ultimately, we've all heard of IQ, right? So IQ, that's all in the mental realm, that's all in developing our mind and our expertise. It usually relates to the areas of life with our career and our business and upskilling ourselves in that area, in our intellectual area. That's our IQ, but that's just one area of intelligence. And if we focus all our time, energy, and effort in that one area at the expense of all others, it doesn't matter where we get to in that realm, we're never going to fully be able to access our highest potential, unlock our genius, and ultimately feel real fulfillment. So that's just one area. Another of the 4 intelligences is actually your, which one do I want to go to? Your emotional intelligence. That's probably secondly most known. So we call that your EQ. So we've got your IQ, your intellectual intelligence. We've got your EQ, your emotional intelligence, which ultimately governs the areas of life of your relationship with self and definitely your relationships with others. And, that's all about self-mastery of the emotions and determining the course of our lives by knowing what's going on for us and being able to make a situation better rather than worse based on our responses to it. So there's a lot under each of these. I'm just giving you a really quick overview to get your head in the game of these 4 different intelligences. So we've got the IQ, the EQ. Next, we've got BQ, which is your body intelligence or your physical intelligence. And this is ultimately governing, the mind-body connection, your understanding of that, and being able to listen in and tune in to the body's intelligence on the physical level, and responding to, our physical, senses, intelligence there. And then lastly, the last area of intelligence that we must master to unlock our genius and definitely reach our highest potential is the last one, which is your SQ, which is your spiritual intelligence. And spiritual intelligence, that's ultimately going to be governing your mission, your ability to get outside of yourself and think of things on a world scale rather than just your individual scale. And this is where, a sense of meaning and connection come into play in that higher level of consciousness and spirituality. So that is the last area. So we've got your IQ governing your career and your business and your expertise, skill development, mind. We've got your, which one did I do now? Emotional intelligence, governing your relationship with self and others, and ability to make situations better rather than worse based on your input to them. Then we've got your body intelligence, governing your health and your fitness and your ability to understand the mind-body connection and utilize that intelligence. And then lastly, your spiritual intelligence, your SQ, which is getting a larger mindset and connection to all things and having a sort of mission of contribution to the world and making a meaningful difference. So each of those 4 areas of intelligence, that was just the quickest tiny little overview. But ultimately, when we can master all of those, picture it like a Venn diagram. So they're, 4 circles and they all kind of meet in the middle. When we can up level and develop each of those 4 areas, and we get to that point of our genius, and that is ultimately how we access our highest potential. Like I said, unlock our genius. And there's many different things and different strategies of up leveling each of those areas. But ultimately, that is what the 8-week empowerment group coaching program is all about. So I'm going to be working with a select handful of beautiful individuals who are committed to their success, and they want to be my success stories for this first round. And I'm going to be working with each of them to make that measurable and implementable in all areas of their life through the 8-step formula. Might sound like a lot of jargon right now, but ultimately I'm so excited about working with you guys who've joined me. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for all that's ahead for you guys. I can't wait for you guys to see what I've got in store for you and for me to be able to bear witness to your growth and your potential. It's super exciting, and the connections that you guys are going to be bringing into that small, tight-knit community. I'm super excited. If you haven't jumped on board already, definitely check it out with the links up above. You can watch the free training toward the end, and that gives an overview of the 8 steps. And then at the end, I go into depth into what to expect if you come into that 8-week group coaching Limitless Potential Empowerment program with me. Definitely, if you're just ready to go and you want to make sure you get your spot, the second link up above is there. We start March 26th, so do not miss out. And if you have any particular questions or concerns about it or whatever it is, definitely message me. Do not hesitate. I don't want you to miss out. I want you to have clarity, and I want to help and support you to your limitless potential and unlocking your genius. And I can't wait to do that. So definitely reach out, definitely check out the links above. And if you've got any questions for me or feedback or whatever, share them below, say hi. I can't wait to connect with you. So definitely do that. Let me check in. I've got Anyetta and Mary and Chris and Roxana. You're part of my 8-week empowerment program. Wait for tomorrow. I am unleashing the first little quick training that I want to upload for you guys. I'm super excited about sharing that with you. 1 week to go. I'm really excited about going really deep. So that's awesome for you to be here, Roxana, and Stephen and Safan and Jessica and Mully and Aaron's here too. I know you're a part of the team. I can't wait. And DB and Peter and Adrian. Much love to you, my friend. And Patty. What is the difference between balance and harmony? There's not really much difference at all, but they both encapsulate, balance and harmony is all things in balance, but then harmony kind of working together to support each other. So balance is about knowing that we're putting good amount of effort into all of those different areas, and then harmony is to know and understand how they interplay and actually help and support one another. So it's the interconnectedness of us, having balance in all of those areas of intelligence. Great question. So thanks, Patty. And Moises is here. And yes, happy St. Patrick's Day to you, DB. For us Aussies, that was yesterday. So I love it. 2 days. 2 days of St. Patty's Day. And hello to you, Moises. And Sam's here. You're also part of the team. I can't wait. And Jared's here. And Sam, thank you. Thank you for your kind compliments there, Sam. And Wyan's here. And Ty and Natalie and Gabrielle and Michael and Marlon and Amy and Damien. And Addis, I'm loving that you're loving today's lecture. That's a nice way to put it. And Jody and Ram and Mark and Sam, unlock our genius. Can't wait. I can't wait. I'm super excited that you're on in the group and on the team there, Sam. I can't wait to go deep with you and see your genius. And Ian's here. And Brian, off-topic question. Have you ever read a book or listened to a speaker and felt yourself missing the content because you suddenly had judgments about them that got in the way? Maybe they somehow triggered you, or they seemed like they were just out there. How can someone get past this? Yeah, Brian, you're a human being. So what I like to say is that, in my industry, let's just look at personal development, for instance. Everybody that I follow, it's so funny that after a while of really following their content, I realize everybody's saying the same thing. We're all just saying it in our own unique way, and we have our own, we're kind of this particular messenger. And what I like to say is that the market could never be totally saturated in personal development, probably all other areas, but I haven't looked at that. Because to me personally, I believe that we're not always going to be the right messenger for everybody. So for instance, some people love Tony Robbins, but I've met just as many people who can't stand Tony Robbins, and they would go for somebody like Dr. John Demartini, for instance. So I actually met a lot of them at the event, the Dr. John Demartini event that I went to, and people were like bad mouthing Tony, and I found myself like sticking up for him. It was really weird, particularly because Tony Robbins' work is probably where I'm most immersed myself throughout my journey. But yeah, so I think that the point is, you don't have to always, I would say, go on a journey and find the right messenger for you in that realm. There's more than one, right? And also, I use everything that triggers me or challenges me for my own personal development. So I'm always hoping that I can instill that kind of way of thinking into you guys as well. And I would ask you, what is it about that person that triggers you? And if you identify what that trigger is, you'll be able to actually up-level your relationship with yourself, because you can own those disowned parts within yourself. So maybe an example is, that Tony Robbins, he's like so over the top and he's so rah, 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 woo, woo, right? Because I've heard people say that. I don't believe that, because I love it. I think that if we can, I'm not going to go off into that tangent, but I think that it's important to have a lot of energy and enthusiasm, positivity and passion, for me personally, because that's the kind of messenger I like and who I learn from. But if people have that judgment, they can say, well, what is that? What am I disowning about in myself? Where in my life could I be more passionate, enthusiastic? Where am I being that way, or judging myself for being that way, and doing some work around that to the point where we've owned it within ourselves that it no longer triggers us. Because if you think about it, anything that triggers us externally is simply a reflection of what's happening internally. So if we get triggered by somebody, it's ultimately because we've disowned those parts within ourselves, and they're waking us up. They're reminding us of things that we're judging within ourselves. And so that's why we get kind of triggered. So I never run away from any trigger or challenge. I welcome it, I own it, and I look at it as, whoa, like, what is this saying about me? Why am I getting so triggered by this person? And what areas of myself do I need to develop and focus on so that that no longer affects me and I can get beyond that? So I'd look at it from those two realms: growing yourself, utilizing it to be more self-aware, and also go and find another messenger. If people don't like my message, they don't have to be here. There's plenty of other people who talk about the things that I do in their own unique ways that they might get the message a whole lot better than listening to me. And that's great, because, if you're in this realm, you just want people to be growing in whatever way that they grow, and with whoever can get that message through to them the best. So thanks so much for the question, Brian. I always appreciate you being here and asking your questions. And Marco's here, my friend. Awesome. And Julie and Patty, you're so welcome. And Alexandria, my spirit sister. I never stop laughing at that. I think it's so cute. And Basam and Juanita, sorry about that. Hello to you. And Andrea, nice to see you, beautiful. And Milligray, what book do you advise me to read according to your content in this live? Oh, I don't know. I have never read a book that encapsulates the model that I'm talking about. I'm actually, like I said, I'm developing. I've been playing around. I don't even know if you can see that. I've been playing around with different models. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this, because everything that I've learned throughout my time in personal development, I'm finding all these different correlations and building out this whole model that is so exciting. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I'm going to be starting to share that with everybody in my group training program. So if you want to learn more, if you want to go deep, and if you want to know that you're getting all angles and not just learning about them, but actually getting the tools that will help you close the gap between where you are and your ultimate level of potential in each of those areas, to get into action and actually implement this stuff, you've got to come and join us. This is the place to do it, and I can't wait to share more of it with you guys. But yeah, like I said, this is something it's just different bits and pieces that I'm actually pulling together into my own model. So there is no book that I could guide you to, but I appreciate the question, and I love that you're hungry to learn, and I will be sharing more with you guys, but I'm only going to go really deep with you guys who go deep with me in that group coaching program. So if you want to do that, make sure you join. And Angie's here, and I'm loving that you're finding some truth here. Patty, that's awesome. And Brian, awesome feedback. Thank you. You're so welcome, and thanks for the question. I'm grateful that was helpful. And Laura is here. Awesome. So guys, really that was my message for you. I want you to think about bringing together the 4 different areas of intelligence and bringing them into balance and harmony so that you can unlock your genius and access your limitless potential, which is what I said, which is all about the work that I'm doing with this 8-week group coaching program. Can't wait to see you guys in there. I know a bunch of you were on here today, so I love that. And Milligray, thanks for your honesty. You're so welcome. Loving that you're seeing that I'm being honest, so I love that. So guys, definitely join me. If you haven't checked out the free training, do it. Go for it. I poured my heart and soul into that for you. It's packed with value. And I've gotten so many people who've already watched it get a ton of value, give me some great feedback from it. So I want you to have access to that as well. And Ray's here, and Sam, love your freedom and non-attachment to outcome on your following, on your authentic sharing of your values and experiences. Oh, thank you, Sam. I really appreciate that. And I think that when we when we do what we do from the right place, that's where we end up. It's not about people following me. It's about people growing to the next level of their potential. And, some people gravitate towards me being the messenger. A lot of people don't, and like I'm always saying, you just got to be you in whatever realm you're in whatever area of your life, whatever situation. You might as well just be you, because 50% of people are going to think really positively of you, and 50% are going to think really negatively of you, and that doesn't matter. You're just not the right messenger, friend, person to be in their lives, and don't waste your time in that realm. Focus on the people who absolutely are. So much love to you, Sam, and to every one of you guys out there. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I'm sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you, to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary. And I really hope that you're going to check out that free training. And definitely, if you're an action taker, you want to go to the next level, I would love to go deep with you in my 8-week Limitless Potential Group Coaching Empowerment Program. Wow, what a mouthful. I better shorten that down. But I'd love to go deep with you. And thank you so much for everybody who's joined me, and for the guys who've already joined the 8-week empowerment program. Message to you guys now, you're going to get your very first training from me, little bonus training before we start in a week's time. But I'm going to have that ready for you guys by tomorrow. So I'm really excited. Can't wait to connect. Much love to you all.